know.
Hey, what's up, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian Gamer 55551, and I am back with a video game review for this week. For this video review, we are going to be taking a look at BattleBorn that just came out this week for the PS4. It's also available on PC and Xbox One, though, from the same makers of the guys, from the same folks who gave us the Borderlands series as well. Although this is the Handsome collection, I'm pretty sure you get it though. And of course, you know, Tales from Borderlands too. All right. When it comes to Gearbox, I have some mixed feelings about that company for lots of reasons though. On one hand, they create one of my favorite first-person shooter games out there, the Borderlands series, so with its style, its humor, and so on, though. It's basically, the Borderlands series is one of my personal favorite FPS series, though, along with series like the BioShock series, and of course, you know, the Metroid Prime series, which is from Nintendo, though. So, hearing that the creators of Borderlands were making, you know, a new IP, BattleBorns, though, did get me interest into trying the game out. But at the same time, I was also openly cautious about getting the game for lots of reasons. Mainly because of their reputation. I'm sure we all remember what happened with Duke Nukem Forever and, of course, Alien Colonial Marines. Yes, I know a lot of people are saying that people should let go of that one, but, you know, as long as Gearbox continues to deny or continue to brag about how they got away with it and so on, that game's never going to die. It's still going to haunt them, though. So, with BattleBorn, it was also, I had to approach this game cautiously in terms of buying it because of the company Gearbox, though. I will say, after playing it for the last couple of days, I have to say, the good news is, it's not Colonial Marines, okay? Let's be clear, this is not an Alien Colonial Marines situation, so you're actually getting a game from Gearbox. They're not, trying to pull any bullshit or anything like that. However, I have to say that the game is, at the same time, not as good as Borderlands, though. I'm going to get to that, though. But it's still a fun game, nevertheless, though. Alright, so we'll get right started with our review, and we'll look at the pros and cons. So we'll first start with the pros. First thing off, I would have to say is, I definitely like the art style, though. One of the things that attracted me to the Borderlands series was the art direction in the game, though. The sort of like the cel-shaded, sort of comic book-like approach. And while BattleBorn isn't like that, it's more sort of like how, like, if Gearbox did a Pixar movie. That's what it's kind of like, though. So, I definitely like the art style in the game. I especially like some of the... I think there is one opening scene in it that looks like the animation made by the same people who did, you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender or The Legend of Korra, though. Great cartoon series. Would love to see if they did a BattleBorn cartoon series, though. So, from an art style perspective, I have to say it looks good, and it shows that when done correctly, though, and I mean when done right, art style can make up for that not every games have to be, you know, graphically powerful or anything like that. If it has a great art style, it more than makes up for it, and this is one area I think BattleBorn does right, though. So that definitely is a good for me. The art style is good, though. The next one I will say is the writing, though, okay? Made by the same folks who did the Borderlands series, even though technically this is a T-rated game, not an M-rated game like Borderlands is, the writing is still spot on, and it's still funny, though. Especially during the campaign, especially hearing some of the characters, though. I mean, you'll hear some of them, you know, you'll probably hear some of them cuss, but you'll probably hear, they'll beep it out and everything. But some of the funniest characters I like are Oscar Mike, who goes around basically acts like, you know, the stereotypical soldier you see from, like, Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo in a way. I have to say, isic, who's one of the villains you meet in the game, who's both evil and yet funny at the same time. He said some very funny stuff. And one character that I liked the most that really stood out though, is, I believe his name is Geoff. This is, I certainly laugh when the way Geoff talks, and the fact that he's a robot who thinks he's a spider, though, and it's very funny, especially when he says Arachnus and everything. So a lot of these characters are unique and funny, though, and like I said, I really like the writing in the game, so it definitely is good. It's on the same level as Borderlands. Again, it's a T-rated game, it's not an M-rated game, though, but still maintains some of the humor that makes the Borderlands also a funny series, though. The next thing we'll be talking about is a different play style, though. So, I mean, there's 25 characters to choose from, each with their own unique style and everything, though. So, and I'm pretty sure more will be coming out along the way through with the DLCs and all that stuff. But I think that's good. I mean, I'm glad that each character is unique and different, though. I mean, just because what may work with one character may not work with the other one, so you have to sort of take different approaches with some of them, though. So, like, if you're comfortable with Oscar Mike, you might not be comfortable with, you know, Odina, if I'm saying her name correctly. She's sort of like the sorceress with 4 arms that kind of acts a little bit like Tiny Tina from the Borderlands series in a way. So or Toby the penguin, though. So each character is certainly different, and I think that's a good thing. I think it does sort of shake it up a little bit, and you sort of have to rethink some strategies, though. So, like, what may work with one character may not always work with another character, though, all right? So that's good, too. And finally, the last one is replayability. And this game certainly has some good replayabilities. I mean, even though this game is sort of like a MOBA, which is like, you know, massive online battle arena, though, it's technically not a complete mobile game. So, for one thing, there is a campaign in the game, so you can play the game both single player or multiplayer, or with up to 4 characters online, or I think 2-player co-op, though. Each episode, supposedly there are 8 right now. Probably there might be more through DLCs, but we'll have to wait and see, though. I will say that depending on which character you picked and how good you are, each episode usually take an hour to complete, though, alright? At least for me, though, okay? Obviously, depending on the character and how you play, though, it might be different, but that's how it is with the single player, though. There's also, you know, backstories from each of the characters. I think you have to do certain things to unlock some of their backstories as well. And, of course, you also have the multiplayer as well, in terms of many different styles, like Meltdown, which requires you to take your minions and put them into Incinerator to score points. Capture, in which you capture territories on the map while you know, your opponent's territory on the map while you hold your territories, though. And, of course, Incursions, if I'm saying that name correctly, where you defend your base from your opponent's minions while at the same time aiding your minions to attack their base. So there's basically, so in other words, there's stuff to do for whether you're a single player kind of a person, or if you're a co-op, or if you are a multiplayer kind of a guy, so or girl, or, you know, multiplayer kind of a person. So there's plenty. So there is stuff to do in the game, though. All right. Anyway, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, though, I'll talk to you about the cons, though, and of course, I'm also going to talk a little bit about my thoughts about the Captain America Civil War movie that I saw today. I forgot to mention that up there, but I definitely will be talking about that one after we're done with the cons. So when we come back, we'll get to the cons and Civil War. All right, so we will be right back.
I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want your sex and your affection when they're holding you close, 'cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
Alright, folks, as part of the review, I'm going to be showing you a little bit of BattleBorn Taps. This is the app that came out around the same time, not BattleBorn, I'm sorry, BattleBorns. Sorry, my mistake. This came out the same time that the BattleBorn Tap, though. This came out around the same time that BattleBorns came out. So this is sort of a, an app game, though, and everything. So they'll show you off of what it is, and so on. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, not terrible, but obviously the main thing is, what about, of course, microtransactions? Well, here, in-app purchases, here it is. So this is basically the microtransactions, though. Again, I won't say they're terrible, though, but, I mean, they're not great, but they're not the worst I've seen. I mean, hello, Clash of Clans, Candy Crush Saga, and so on. So that should be sort of the idea of what. So this is basically what the microtransaction is. All right. So we'll get started right into the game, though. So we'll get started right there. All right, folks. So we're basically going into. Oh, here it is. It's loading. Not now. So basically, it's sort of a tap. You tap. And this is pretty much the best way to describe it, though. Unlock the new BattleBorn, alright. Home. Unlock. Alright. Go back to the game. Collect. Alright. You see here. Yeah, sort of like that cooldown period as usual, during which you collect artifacts, though, craft them. So this case will upgrade that. You can get, loot packs, though, as usual. Here's the cost, microtransaction. For the most part, I ignored it, though. I mostly ignored it, but that's your call on that one. It's free loot pack. Okay. Gear. Ooh. Alright, ooh. And achievements, which gets you collect scars, stairs. There we go. BattleBorn. And here's where you can upgrade them. Right there. Choose new augment. I'm going to go with the cost. Upgrade these guys. I could revive that person, but since the cooldown's like 15 seconds, I'm not doing it. And this is pretty much it, though, for BattleBorn Tap, though. This is available on Android, ISO devices. Okay, so I'm going to use a special attack. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Why don't I use the other one? There we go. And finally, I'll use hers. Of course, as you see here, there's a cooldown period. So overall, it's great as a time killer. It's not going to do any. Basically, this is what it is, though, okay? Great as a time killer. So, and it's not the worst, as I said. Anyway, this is BattleBorn Tap. Currently available. Okay, here you go. Here's one annoying thing. Watch short video to earn, yada yada. It's a 30-second advertisement video. We're not going to do it, though. Alright.
Searching for your worst and best, don't ever deny. I'm like a stranger, give me danger, all you're wrong and you're right. Secrets on Broadway to the freeway, you're a keeper of crime. Still no conviction, grapes of wrath can only sweeten your wine. But you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
let's bring you up to speed, shall we? So, once upon a whole hell of a long time ago, the very first civilization in all the known universe carved an idea into a stone. And this, of course, meant it was important. Their idea was about the end. According to the stone, a time would come when everything would disappear, including the very stars themselves. A vast darkness would devour the heavens, and after years of, let's call it the longest chain of very bad days ever, only one star would remain. All those capable would travel to this last star, fleeing the darkness and death throes of a dying universe. However, this gathering would not produce unity, but war. War among beings and civilizations, and war against great foes, the Varelsi and the betrayer Rendane. But the stone also speaks of hope. Champions who arise from the ashes of conflict. Those who, well, those who want to keep the lights on. And this is where you show up. From among these heroes, you will recruit a force forged in conflict. You will direct and train them, and through you, there is hope for light. This force will be the BattleBorn. And for you, Commander, they will fight together or they will die alone. If you believe stones, that is. Which brings us back to the star.
Invaders are descending. If it goes down, it's up to us to stop entry. This is the last chance to form an alignment and shorten the distance to the plan. Wish we had a fortune teller, crystal ball in hand, cause can't see in the dark, not even retina scan. Deep in the future, we dig a hold of the prospect. Something toxic got in with foreign objects, war and problems. We gotta get over. This affects the whole. We can't split soldiers. The last remaining. If we stop fighting each other, we might actually save it. It's difficult when we're all apart to make it easier. The enemy invited us all. Now that we stop the bickering, we get double crossed by attractive trickery. find a hero. Gained insight but still blind to hear though. Galaxies away but our fate is real close. Puzzling arrangement, gotta put the pieces back. Double check everything, it could be a trap. The natural order preserved so it lasts or dominate the resources. Feed off it, live 20,000 years and keep walking. Then watch the rest seem to be clips. Technology at their fingertips or attempt to escape red tape. Stick your nose in everybody's debate. Join the force and everybody's afraid. No need to be, you're welcome to join them. Follow the rules and regulations employed then. How much we care. No, not a lot. To be free, gotta think out the box. Outline the plot, use cunning or be shot. Space, we continue to fight on and right the wrong just to keep the lights on.
Shot at crapping all over Rendane's plans. Where's the defector?
Setting up the pyrotechnics for today's big event. We got one shot at this job, Mel. You ready?
Nope. But to hell with it. Let's get it done.
Upload the mission data to Melka's rig, Cleese.
Already on it, Captain.
Wait a minute, is that... Oh, that's Cleese, isn't it? You brought Cleese on this mission.
Ah, there you are. Just follow the waypoint I've uploaded. It should lead you straight into the gaping maw of death itself. Thrilled to see you too, Melka.
See any way through that door?
Given that today's mission is wildly dangerous, I'd recommend syncing with an LLC emergency transport beacon, or checkpoint in dummy parlance. There's one close by. synced with your rig. The beacon instantly transports you away from battle if your vitals drop too low.
The catch is, our contract with the LLC only guarantees a limited number of emergency transports before we're cut off. Huh. Greedy bastards.
Place among us for
Suck it, Caldarian! The hell's up with those M1 units?
Defective units. Ugh, how sloppy. Were I still in charge of mission robotics, I'd have someone's ass for this.
Take them out just in case. Don't want any of those things phoning home and blowing the big surprise.
I'm on it. Easy kill. Get him!
all bones will be bleached by the light of the sun!
Ugh. So, just who is the defector anyway?
Oh, I didn't tell you? Get this. It's Deandy, Spy Master of the Generate Imperium.
Holy crap, seriously? Rendane's right hand?
Pretty crazy, right? She's been leading the Generate Resistance ever since the Lord Commander's rise to power. And those intel drops we've been getting, those were her too.
And you're sure we can trust her?
I guess we're about to find out. Get moving. You're not far from the heliophage.
gun. Where'd you get it, Captain?
It's a modded UPR machine pistol. It's his handiwork, actually.
Yes, it's designed to work in conjunction with your horrific disfigurement.
It's an Eldred bio-gauntlet, Cleese.
You say tomato, I say horrific disfigurement. Go on, give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure beats sitting on a ship. Yahoo!
Galt, are we ready to go?
We're set. Melka's nearly at the rendezvous point.
Good, because I'm about to commit my second act of treason for the day.
Sure beats sitting on a ship.
Energy surge at the heliophage. This is it. Popcorn at the ready, everyone. The show's about to start. Suck it, Rendang!
Beautiful. That should buy us some time. Now we gotta get D'Andy out of here. Hurry to the rendezvous point.
Let's fly! Oh, wait! I changed my mind!
All forces, one of our own has betrayed us. Bring me the spy mistress. Bring me D'Andy.
Damn. Hurry it up, D'Andy.
Almost there!
Happy day, pal.
Hi, I'm D'Andy, and you are?
Get her on her feet. We gotta move.
I need a moment.
We don't have a moment, Generate. Didn't you hear? Your boss is coming to kill us.
These conduits need to be powered to extend the bridge. 2 of them, 2 of us, shall we?
Bridge is activated. Let's get you out of here, Generate.
D'Andy will do just fine.
Nope, you're mistaken. My name is... Pissed Off Eldred.
Curiously dressed for an Eldred.
Expecting some kind of space elf? An observer in the ceremonial duds? Well, gosh, I would have worn mine, but I lost them when the Generate swallowed my home star!
No! This is the part where America goes ape.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. But I promise you, that wasn't the Generate. It was Rendane.
Keep walking, Generate.
We got the Spy Master, sir, and her Eldritch companion. Shall we bring them to the cathedral? What? No! Kill them, you idiot! My mistake, sir. Please don't kill me, sir. I'll see it done. Please don't kill me. I'm not going to. Look, just do it already.
Should be sitting on the ship. There's the LZ, and that's a lot of Generate. Galt, where are you guys?
Getting shot at. We're coming as quick as we can. Clear the path for us.
Imperium forces, cut them down.
D'Andy, I must say, I'm disappointed. No, I'm pissed. We're upgrading to pissed. Do you have any idea what you have done? What you have cost us?
I know precisely what I've done, Lord Commander. By the way, I quit. In case that wasn't obvious.
Listen, it's clear you disapprove of our alliance with Varelsi, but there is no other way to survive what's coming. No other way to preserve anything. This universe, or ourselves, or our Empress...
Empress is dead. Never speak her name again.
Dead? No. No, forget it. Let's skip straight to the consequences of your wrong, shall we? We'll rebuild the heliopage, drag Solus into the void, and secure a future for our people. Meanwhile, you will die. You will die cold. You will die alone. You will die in the dark.
minions to the enemy sentry to help disable its shield. Our minions have engaged a sentry. Engaged with thrall mercenaries. Our foes have moved on a thrall mercenary camp. Our enemies are attacking a mercenary camp. Thrall mercenary camp engaged. Hostile thrall mercenaries inbound. We've engaged a thrall mercenary camp. Thrall mercenaries deployed. Outcast thralls available for hire. Thrall mercenaries spotted on the battlefield. Allies have engaged a thrall mercenary camp. Allies are attacking a thrall mercenary camp. An ally hired some thrall mercenaries. Enemies have engaged a mercenary camp. engaged with small mercenaries. Our minions have engaged a sentry. Enemies are attacking a mercenary camp. Hostile Thrall mercenaries closing in. Outcast thralls detected. Bring minions along to weaken the enemy sentry. Hostile Thrall mercenaries inbound. Allies are engaged with Thrall mercenaries. Friendly mercenaries moving out.
Time for a little payback, am I right?
Mercenaries are available. Power play. Enemy forces at half strength. Power play. Enemy forces at 40% strength. Our enemies are attacking a mercenary. Enemies are attacking a mercenary camp. Thrall mercenaries deployed. Hired muscle at this location.
Our foes have moved on a Thrall mercenary camp. Hostile Thrall mercenaries coming this way. Hostile sentry destroyed. Power play. Enemy forces at 40% strength. Only one hostile remains. Press the advantage. Outcast thralls available for hire. Allies are attacking a thrall mercenary camp. Contract signed. Thrall mercenaries moving out. Power play. Only 2 hostiles remain. Hired muscle at this location. Power play. Enemy forces at half strength.
Target down.
Let's seize Destiny's miserable throat. We're steering the ship now, and we have but one destination, beyond!
Huh. Hey, minions. Looks like we've got company. Don't let them spoil our big day. Crank those murder dials to 11 and converge on the interlopers.
Suck a little less, scrub!
Those vents lead directly inside, but we'll have to deal with security first. Perhaps the power source is nearby.
Disabled the security grids protecting the ventilation shafts. I hope they don't pursue me by way of those shafts. That would optimize their route to my lair.
Target eliminated. This time, I mean businesses. Business! Whatever! You mad, bro?
You're really hell-bent on handing me my ass, huh? Well, if you want a piece of this, Magnus, you'll have to get through Geoff, my most violent S1 Sentry unit. He's a little eccentric, but crazy lethal. Say, Geoff, got some pukes coming your way I'd just love you to kill, and I'd like...
I'm Arachnus, the Spider King, Lord of all spiders.
No, not today, okay? You're not a Spider King. You're an S1 Sentry unit, and your name is Geoff.
Arachnus!
Oh my god, Geoff, Arachnus, whatever. Just kill them already, okay?
Nope, you're not getting in here. Isaac's orders.
Good lord, Geoff is really committed to this whole spider thing. I've a rather nutty idea. Like all UPR colonies, the facility's equipped with fumigators to deal with the constant outbreaks of bliss bugs, the nasty little bastards. Give Geoff a lungful. Perhaps that'll shake him loose.
Stars come out. Am I the only living soul around? Need to believe you could hold me down, 'cause I'm in need of something good right now. We could be screaming till the sun comes out, and when we wake we'd be the only sound. Get on my knees and say a prayer, change round. That can make your hands clap.
Alright folks, and we are back. I hope you enjoyed the footage of BattleBorn though, the footage from the PS4. And I forgot to mention this earlier, I hope you enjoyed, BattleBorn Tap, the one for the, ISOs or, Androids, for your iPhone or iPad or whatever tablet you have though. So, hope you enjoyed those footage as well. And now that we're back from our break, we're going to be talking about the cons though of BattleBorn though, okay? So, what are the cons? Well, let's start with the one that's probably obvious that you're going to spot right off the bat, though. Right up here, if I show you very carefully, it says require internet. In other words, it's an always online game, okay? I know that may not be everyone's cup of tea. I know not everyone likes the idea, but if you're going to play a game like BattleBorn, you will have to require an internet connection. So, if you have a good internet connection, it may not be a big deal, but if you have a bad internet connection, that may be a problem. I mean, Titanfall has always online. The Division, Destiny, they have always online. And, of course, BattleBorn does, okay? I know not everyone's a big fan about games that are always online. And, quite frankly, I agree with that argument, though. All right? But, unfortunately, if you're planning to buy this game, if by any chance you're planning to get BattleBorn, you will need an internet connection though. So if you don't have a good internet connection, then you may not. Then this may not be. You may have problems playing this game though if you don't have a solid or good internet connection though. All right. The next one I will say is the cast to me, and this is my take on it though. It's not memorable though. Okay. I'm not saying I don't hate the cast though. I just think that not all of them stand out as much into, like the cast that were in Borderlands, though. I mean, like, for example, I think Randar, if I'm saying his name correctly, the main villain in BattleBorn, I think he's a good villain. I certainly do. I don't think he's a bad or a terrible villain. But to me, he's not as memorable as, say, Handsome Jack was from the Borderlands series, though, okay? I mean, none of the characters are as memorable, memorable as, Handsome Jack was, or Tiny Tina, or everyone's fan favorite, or as I like to refer to him as everyone's punching bag, Claptrap or everything, Claptrap, though. So while the cast is good, and I like the cast in BattleBorn, I just don't feel none of them stand out as much. None of them stand out as they did in the Borderlands series. Okay, so again, I don't think any of the casts are memorable, but that's my take on it, though. All right. Okay, and the next one I'm going to say is that it's not a Borderlands-like game, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. Unless you played the beta before the game came out, unless you played the beta and understood how the game is and how it plays, though, anybody going into this game expecting a Borderlands-like game might be disappointed, though, because this game, as I said earlier in the pros, though, is geared more towards those who like, those MOBA style, those, multiplayer online battle arenas. If you're like that kind of a person, then I'm pretty sure you're going to like BattleBorn, though. But if you're going into this thinking open world Borderlands-like approach, like in their other series, though, you might be a little bit disappointed because that's not the kind of game it is, okay? I'm not saying MOBAs are bad. I'm sure there certainly is an audience for it, but this is more geared towards the MOBA folks. I mean, and not geared towards those who are, you know, the open world Borderlands type stuff. I mean, yes, there is loot to get in the game, but it's not like the loot like it was in Borderlands, where it's like, it's what's been dubbed, you know, gun porn and everything. Odd name, but yes, that's what it's referred to. I've heard that before. So the point is that it's made by the same folks who made the Borderlands series, but it doesn't play like what the Borderlands games are, okay? As I said, it's more towards those who like the MOBA type of games, though. And finally, I have to say, the last but certainly not least, and I won't say this is a high con, but I'm not good with these characters, but obviously there are some people who are, and that's fine. I mean, if you're good with these characters, that's great, though. And that's the melee characters, you know, the ones that don't use the guns or anything, or they're the ones, you know, who you use like swords and all that, you know, like swords or, you know, a fist and everything. And while I won't go as far as saying that it's impossible to play the game with them, or, you know, whether it's the campaign or whether it's the multiplayer, I won't say it's impossible, but I found them not to be, they're not easy to use, especially in some cases where you may have enemies constantly shooting at you. To some of them, you may have to get up really close and personal, though, so they're not, to me, they're not the most easiest characters to use, okay? I'm not saying it's impossible to play the game with them, though. It is certainly possible, though, but to me, it's going to take a lot of practice if you're going to play any of these characters that don't have, like, a gun or anything. So to me, they're not terrible. They're just not easy to use, all right? Overall, BattleBorn to me is certainly not a bad game, though, okay? It's certainly, there are, as I said, the art style, the writing, and humor, and some of the replayability certainly makes the game enjoyable, though. I just don't think it's as strong as the Borderlands series, though. I think if I had to choose between which is better, while I like BattleBorn, I think Borderlands is much stronger than BattleBorn is, though. That said, I do like the lore and everything, and I would love to see a sequel. I would be open to the idea. Hopefully, I would like to see them add more to the single player if they do a sequel, though. Like I said, it's probably worth trying it out first before you decide to pluck down a full purchase for it, though. It is, like I said, it's more towards those who like MOBA more than... So if you're that kind of person who's not really into MOBA, you may not like this game, but if you don't have an issue with it being a MOBA type game, though, then you'll probably find some enjoyment out of BattleBorn, though. As for BattleBorn Tap, though, I have to say, like I said before in one of the video, though, it's not the worst mobile game out there, okay? I mean, it's not, I don't view it as, it's not as bad as, say, like, Clash of Clans, or Boom Beach, or Dungeon Keeper Mobile, or even Candy Crush Saga, though, okay? Alright, so it's not the worst mobile game out there, but it's not doing anything special. Like, I don't think it's going to dethrone what I think is the best mobile game out there, Fallout Shelter, though. So, again, it's great, you know, for killing time and everything like that, though. It's great as a time killer, though, but that's pretty much it. So don't expect anything deep out of it, though. So, but again, and like any other mobile game, it does have microtransactions in it. Again, not the worst microtransaction. At least they're not charging you like $100 or anything for certain things, but still, not everyone's a big fan of it. So, my take on BattleBorn Tap, though, if I'm saying that correctly, apologize if I said Borderlands Tap. I'm getting those two confused. So, but overall, not the worst, though. All right. So before I end this video, I'm going to be talking about, I just came back and saw Captain America Civil War, though, all right? And I have to say that, first of all, before I start talking about it, let's just something clear right off the bat. I'm not comparing this to DC. I'm not going to compare it to Batman versus Superman. both Marvel and DC have a different style and a different approach. So I'm not comparing it between those two, okay? So let's get that clearly out of the way. Now that we did, I will say that I did enjoy the movie, though. I thought it did deliver the kind of action pack that Winter Soldier did, though. But I have to say, in terms of story, it's good, and it's good, but not as good as Winter Soldier is, okay? I liked Winter Soldier more than Civil War, though. I mean, I still enjoy Civil War, but I think Winter Soldier was a better movie, mostly because it came off as sort of like a political thriller in a way, you know, in terms of like, are you willing to sacrifice your freedom for safety and security? It asked that kind of question. This one kind of did as well about the Slovakia Accord, though. Like, should we regulate, you know, the whole, you know, Superhero Registration Act and all that stuff? Is that the right thing to do? Is that the wrong thing to do? So it is somewhat of a political thriller, but not to the extent that Winter Soldier was. So I will say that it was good. It was good, though. And also, if you're approaching this expecting it to be just like the comic books, like in the Civil War comic book, though, you might be a little disappointed since you're not seeing, you know, all the characters, mostly because of movie rights for obvious reasons, though. So overall, I think it was a good movie, but not as good as Winter Soldier, though. All right, but I still enjoy it, and if you're still a fan of the Marvel movies, I would still say go see it. It's worth the time and all that stuff. So bottom line, a good Marvel movie, just not as good as Winter Soldier is, though. Anyway, this concludes my review of BattleBorn and BattleBorn Tap, though, and of course, you know, my thoughts about Captain America Civil War, though. And again, these are my opinions. What are yours? Are you enjoying BattleBorn? Have you picked it up yet? Have you enjoyed the game? Have you not enjoyed the game in any way? Are MOBAs your type of game though? Are they not your type, though? Do you wish the game was more towards what BattleBorn was, or are you happy with them going a different direction with it, though? Do you are you okay with the idea of the game having to be always online, or do you hate that idea? Do you hate the melee characters? Do you like the melee characters? Or you just simply don't care? And what about BattleBorn Taps? Do you think it's a waste of time, or do you think for a mobile game it's okay, or you think it's really great? And finally, last but not least, Captain America Civil War. Did you see it? Did you not see it yet? Did you enjoy the movie? Did you hate the movie? Again, that's it. I mean, did you like it or not like it at all? Anyway, sound off on the comment section. Let me know what you think, though. And of course, like the video. I hope you do. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And feel free to share this video if you want to. All right. Anyway, this concludes my review of BattleBorn and BattleBorn Tap, and of course my thoughts of Captain America Civil War. And I will see you again next time when I do another YouTube video, whenever that will be. Hopefully soon, but we'll have to wait and see. Until then, I'll see you again next time, all right? Bye!